The Pro 3000 is the brush that I would pick when comparing it to the iO Series 2. It is my choice because it is more affordable, without compromising on the cleaning results. Replacement brush heads are about half the cost of the iO, which makes quite a big difference over the years of ownership. The minor advantages of the iO2 don't outweigh the higher ownership costs in my opinion. The motor used in the iO2 is different to the Pro 3 series. Oral-B isn't explicit on how they differ technically, but I can feel how the iO gives a slightly more gentle brushing sensation. The subsequent cleaning results are comparable. I can happily use either and be left with clean teeth after each use. But the iO2's cleaning action feels less satisfying to me. The Pro 3 gives a deeper and more stimulating and invigorating feeling to the teeth and gums that I prefer. If you've never used an electric toothbrush before, it's less of an issue, but if you are used to Oral-B's cleaning action, it is something to bear in mind. I don't think it is a reason alone to pick one over the other, but it's an influencing factor. Both models offer a daily clean and sensitive mode, my two brushing modes of choice. The iO2 has a third super sensitive mode. This is a more gentle brushing cycle which I feel suits new electric toothbrush users and those with very sensitive teeth and gums best. The Pro 3 also has a third cleaning mode, but this is a whitening option. I've found it is a mode that many people desire, but in actual use it provides limited benefit. I do like that on the iO2 I can change the default cleaning mode to any of the three available. The brush won't always default to the daily clean mode like it does on the Pro 3 3000. A positive knock-on effect of the iO's new motor is the noise the brush produces. It is less mechanical sounding than the Pro 3. The decibel readings are about the same though. Despite the iO2 being the newer model, the Pro 3 is the more user-friendly model when it comes to the built-in pressure sensor. Both brushes will detect if I am applying too much force as I brush my teeth, and automatically slow the motor, reducing the bristle movements, limiting the potential for damage to the teeth to occur. When this happens, the light ring at the top of the Pro 3's handle will be lit red. It is a visual alert that the sensor has been activated. It's not always the easiest to spot, but I do generally see it out the corner of my eye, or more commonly in the mirror in which I tend to brush in front of. The iO2 doesn't have a light ring, instead an LED in the power button is lit. It's better than nothing, but virtually useless as rarely can I see it when actually using the brush. Only in certain positions might it become visible, but that's if I'm brushing in front of a mirror. Neither brush changes the vibration pattern in the handle like competitors' products. The brush head style and attachment do differ. Although both have push on and pull off heads, the heads for the iO2 are specific to the iO series. The heads for the Pro 3 do not fit the iO and vice versa. There is a smaller number of iO brush head styles to choose from. This is a good thing, but unfortunately they tend to cost around twice the price of the Pro series heads. I have no logical explanation as to why. Although both heads are small and round, the iOs are slightly bigger. The difference is minimal, I'd suggest around 10%, but to anyone with a small mouth or who has used Oral-B heads for a long time, the difference is noticeable. Typically the Pro 3 comes supplied with a single cross-action head. It's one of my most recommended choices. It can be worth trying the sensitive brush head as this has softer bristles than the cross-action, making for a less intense brushing sensation. The standard iO2 is also sold with one brush head, and this is typically the softer bristled Gentle Care. Although very similar, the shape and feel of the two brush handles are a little bit different. Both are rounded, but the iO2's handle has a matte finish to the plastic compared to the glossy coating on the Pro 3. I would say the Pro 3 is slightly more slippery in the hand when wet, even with the dimple textured on the back of the handle that the iO2 does not have. It's my personal opinion, but I think the iO2 looks nicer and feels more premium in the palm. The Series 2 is available in white, black, pink and green, whereas the Pro 3 3000 is available in white, black, blue and pink. There isn't a great deal in it, but I do prefer the iO2's slightly larger power button. The LED within it is more obvious than the Pro 3's LED located in the lower third of the handle. Both brushes have a rechargeable battery sealed inside the handle. The Pro 3 achieves 20 days of use from a full charge in my testing. The iO2 on the other hand achieved an impressive 37 days, the best of any Oral-B brush I have tested. Extra battery life is great if you need it, but if you tend to place it on the stand after each use, then it's not that important. And potentially the most influential difference between them is the price. The Pro 3's retail price is £90 compared to the £100 of the iO2. Accounting for average selling prices, the iO2 is likely about £10 more expensive to buy at around £45 compared to the £35 of the Pro 3. Based on initial purchase price alone, the Pro 3 is the more sensible purchase. This benefit is only magnified when accounting for replacement brush heads. A set of bristles for the iO2 costs on average £8 compared to the 3 for the Pro 3 series. Over 3 years of ownership, the iO2 costs about £55 more. There are a few different variants of the Pro 3 and the iO2. I'd strongly recommend looking at the variant with a travel case included. It's worth a £5 premium over the variant without. Quite often the case is included at no extra cost. It's a handy accessory for those times when you might be away for a night or two. Yes, the iO2 is technically the better brush, but the price premium is difficult to justify for the benefits gained. Hence, the Pro 3 is my top pick. If you are leaning towards the iO2, I strongly recommend considering the iO Series 3. It's got a more powerful motor and improved pressure sensor for little extra money. Links to buy the brushes along with video reviews are available in the description.